Good morning. How are you all today? Yeah? Ready? Smiling faces, I like it. Of course, those ones aren't wearing face coverings. Hello, my name is Ed Maloney, and I am the CEO of the Students' Union here at the University of Salford, and I would like to welcome you all our guests, all of our graduands. We'll come to some words later. All of our graduands, a very warm welcome. Basically, it's my job today to ease you into the proceedings as Master of Ceremonies, make sure everyone's feeling comfortable, make sure everyone knows what the broad process is going to be like. So it's kind of my aim to make you all love me a little bit, okay? So help me to help you, okay? So what I'll do is I'm going to talk you through what happens on the stage, and then we'll actually do a little bit of a run-through, so you really know what happens on the stage. And hopefully then, yeah, you'll start that love that I'm so desperate and needy for. Okay, so what I'd like to just start with is just kind of saying how we proceed across the stage. So the first thing to say is that, firstly, don't be anxious, and please do wear a face covering unless you're medically exempt for the duration of the ceremony and until you are outside of the hall and well clear. Graduands, that's the people who are graduating. I'm going to teach you some new words. So graduands are people who are graduating, which is the people in the front here. Okay, that's one new word. Graduands, you will be able to remove your face covering to walk across the stage and will be prompted when to do so by someone wearing red. Okay? When they bring you up, they'll also might ask you your name and things like that. And what happens is you'll come to the top of the stage, you'll listen for your name, and once that happens, you'll proceed across the stage. You will do another new word, okay? You will doff. I don't know why we have these words when actually doffing just means nodding, okay? So you'll do this. Of course, you won't have a hat on, so you'll actually do this. Right? It's complicated. But even more, what you've got to do, right, remember, this is difficult. It's difficult for me at least. You've got to smile while you nod, okay? So, okay? What they'll do is they'll do this. They'll doff back to you, okay? Then you'll walk down here, and there'll be someone stood approximately here who will pass you your scroll and your degree. And then that's it. You've graduated. So, I don't have a roaming mic, and I apologize for those people at the back. But for those of you at the front, I'll try and project my voice, and we're going to go through this. Now, cameraman at the back. On Tuesday when we did this, you weren't very quick. So, just be prepared, because I'm going to go. I'm going to dart, okay? You ready? Okay, here we go. So you won't be wearing your hat. So we'll just ignore the hat, okay? Get to the top of the stage. Hear your voice, being called from somebody who stood here. Walk across. Stop. If you get to about here, where the big chair is, presiding officer, that's perfect for photos, okay? It's best light you can get. You don't know, but up here I'm currently burning my retinas. Okay? It's all for you. It's an extra gift. So get to about here. It's perfect. Stop. Nod. Doff. They'll do this. And doff back with their hat on. You continue walking. Do a smile. Walk down here. Collect your scroll. And you've graduated. Do you love me a little bit now? Okay, 1 second. Let me just retassel myself. So, there we are. All the Doffingtons are finished. So, just a few more bits and pieces. Can I also ask that you remain seated throughout the ceremony as a courtesy to other guests, so you're not disturbing others or having their view blocked. No one wants a hippopotamus in front of them, okay? So just stay seated. But by all means, use your phone. Use to take photos, to take videos, all the rest of it. But can we please, right now, make sure that all our phones are on silent? That's the one thing. Now, I do have one more thing that I'd like to do with you this morning, and that's, I'm a bit egotistical, as you might say, getting all that love from you just then. So I really would just like to take a video from here, and I'll put it on YouTube later, and then you can all see it. You can see what things look like from here. So are you all right to just, for me to just do a quick video? Is that okay with everybody? And my phone is on silent, so we're doing it. Hello, Salford. This is you graduating. You are so beautiful. Thank you for that. But please do remember your phones are switched off. Mine is on silent, I promise. Please do it on silent. Okay, finally, before we get started, I just have a message from our alumni team. So from the video you watched just before, you'll see that your relationship with the university does not end today. In fact, it is only beginning. You are now a member of a global community of over 190,000 graduates. Salford graduates go on to achieve amazing things, making a difference in all walks of life, from politics, industry, the arts, scientific discovery, to serving our communities through the health service, in schools, and in public service more generally. We would love you, that's that word again, to keep in touch with us so that we can share in your life's journey and in your achievements, but also to ensure that you're kept up to date on the latest benefits and services available to you as a member of our alumni network. As you cross the stage today, we will be recording you, and you will receive an email from us in the next couple of days, inviting you to download the clip of you walking across the stage yourself. It's one final gift from us to say thank you for agreeing to keep in touch with you. Hope that makes sense. So, the ceremony will now begin. For those of you who are able, please stand for the entrance of the academic procession.
I declare this congregation open to present the awards of the University of Salford. Please be seated.
Graduates and distinguished guests, please welcome Professor Margaret Rowe, Dean of the School of Health and Society.
Good morning. And how fabulous is this? Wow, you look absolutely splendid, and I'm so pleased that we can celebrate with you today. We've been waiting for this for quite some time, for many of you students who qualified and graduated in 2020, and now we're at the end of 2021. So let's make a little bit of noise about your celebration, please. So we, the School of Health and Society, are so delighted and so proud that we can celebrate with you and your families, friends and colleagues, to really look at the successes you have achieved. Congratulations and well done from everybody in Health and Society and the University of Salford. The past 20 months have been incredibly challenging for many. Being a student in a pandemic and graduating is a great achievement, showing resilience, determination, talent, adaptability, and skills that will prepare you for future employment. Whilst it's been challenging, it's also been an exciting and innovative time from a university's point of view. And we have had some great achievements with some real hard determination and motivation. An emphasis of the university is to work with industry, developing students for the world of work, collaborating and developing research that makes a difference to people's lives. Education will have changed your life, and within the professions you have chosen, you will have had time to change others, which is an absolute great privilege. I want to share with you some highlights of the school and some real successes. The first one is around the University of Salford was made the first child-safe certified university in the world. This was a considerable amount of work, developing resources and looking at how we can prepare Salford students with the necessary tools to put back into place and to support and protect children living in communities, as well as recognising children who might be at the risk of significant harm. This work was led by Professor Andrew Rowland and Professor Tony Long, and is an absolute fantastic achievement. I'm also thrilled that the university has recently re-signed the Armed Forces Covenant and pledged its commitment to those who serve or have served. This covenant states that their families will be treated with fairness and respect in the communities and receive support which recognises their contribution to the nation by helping them in areas such as new careers and education. As a response to the Black Lives Matter movement, our Equality, Inclusion and Diversity lead, Dr. Soraya Nayak, established our school Black, Asian and Racially Minoritized Student Collective. This is a safe place for students to meet up and constructively respond to intersectional race issues. We now have over 200 student members who attend this meeting and is one of the largest in any UK university. Within the Times Good University Guide and Guardian University League tables, we've seen great successes with really seeing stellar performances and demonstrating that students are feeling really satisfied with the support they're getting from the academics, particularly in social policy, social work, physiotherapy, radiography, sociology and criminology, with psychology going up 20 places. We have seen students learning in a pandemic needing to be able to be adaptable and flexible. And one of the examples I want to share with you are our psychotherapy and counselling students who decided and developed to take placements virtually, offering new adaptable approaches to therapy, which was absolutely paramount in the time of a pandemic. Within the local community, we have developed partnerships with Greater Manchester Policing, which will develop innovative and high-quality police education. One of the areas that we really want to focus on is looking at how we can improve and develop high-quality policing services to our communities across Greater Manchester. The programme started in November and we have 80 new students. At the start of the pandemic, we saw nursing and allied health academics develop training courses for Greater Manchester Nightingale Hospital. The team provided training to NHS clinical staff to prepare them to care for patients who'd contacted coronavirus. We've had many students and staff being awarded for many different awards, that many that I can't really name them, but some of you may be in the room today, and I just want to thank you for all of this hard work. Our school conducts research that has added value to society. The research involves undergraduate, master's and PhD students and staff working in collaboration with external partners. One of the most important attributes our research demonstrates is impact, and that is people are using it in a positive fashion to change the world we live in. Research focuses on social security policy and practice, military veterans and anti-poverty, changing policy and developing national strategies. With colleagues who within this directorate that you belong have made substantial and national impact. The work we do in the school reflects the diversity of our communities. Our students engage meaningful at a national and international level. Looking to the future, I want to see that we generate a positive impact to the world. We are investing in our strengths in research across the areas and developing new opportunities for students to be involved, to develop an impact. We wish you such success for your future and hope you remain in touch with us, your Salford family. You are the ambassadors of the school and the university, and we are so proud of you. Good luck and be unstoppable. Whilst it has been an exciting year for the school and a particularly challenging year for you as students in a pandemic, there have been significant achievements in the university, and as such I'm very proud to introduce our presiding officer of this ceremony, Vice-chancellor, Professor Helen Marshall.
Thank you, Margaret. Good morning, everyone. It's fantastic to welcome you here today. Like Margaret said, it's been a long time coming, and we've really missed having no graduation ceremonies for the best part of 2 years. So we're here today to really celebrate your success and to congratulate you as our next generation of graduates and tell you how proud we are and listen to what you may have to say afterwards on how you embark on the next chapter of your life. Today marks the culmination of many, many years of hard work, not just the hard work that you've put in at the university, but all the hard work you put in before that, at school, at college, to get to the university. But it's not the end, it's the start. It's a pivotal moment, it's a game changer as you move forward. And it's also a pleasure and a privilege to welcome friends and family who are here to support you. You may have come from just down the road, or you may have come from a very, very long distance. Welcome to Salford. It's really nice to see everyone here supporting the graduates that have done so well over the last couple of years. Please, I hope you will all take away some really special memories of today. Alongside your specific studies, you will have further shaped yourselves as people. You'll have made new friends. You'll have had new experiences. You may even have gone out for a beer. No, I'm sure none of you did that. Created memories, made friends, had an enjoyable experience, we hope, at Salford, and enjoyed your time socially and academically. Whether you're moving on to further studies or you're going straight into work, we are confident that you will be ready to succeed in whatever role you are going into. You have done more than just study for a degree over the last few years. It's been an incredibly challenging period. And I know at the very beginning of COVID, some of you may have been on placements that got very disrupted. And I know just from all the work we had to do at the university to try and adjust our delivery patterns, government announcements, 5 o'clock on Wednesday, 9 o'clock on Thursday, this is happening. So you've just got overnight to sort it out. And it was all highly challenging for all of us. But here we are, we're still here, and you guys have all graduated, so it's fantastic. My own career started some time ago, even though I'm only 39 really. I sat in an audience like you, waiting for the Vice-chancellor to stop rambling on so I could get up on the stage and get my degree. I remember sitting there looking at the stage, and we had these temporary steps up the stage and temporary steps down the stage. And then I looked at my heels on my shoes and thought, why am I wearing these stilettos that are about that long? And I have to say, it's my... Going across the stage at graduation, the only thing I can remember is saying to myself, don't trip, don't trip, don't trip. And that's my lasting memory of graduation. So I hope you've all got flat shoes on today. One of the other things I can remember as a student, I was a law student, and we did a sponsored hitchhike for cancer research. This is back in the late 1970s. And 3 of us went on the hitchhike together, and we did really well. We got to the Netherlands, and we thought we were champions. And then we thought, how are we going to get back? And we got back 3 days late, and our law lecturers, let's just say they were not impressed. So we were in bother for a while. After university, I went into legal practice. I was a corporate lawyer. I was interested in corporate merger law, competition law. Went to a legal practice. They put me in the probate department and then moved me to the family law department. And I said, well, hang on a minute. The job I applied for was corporate law. Yeah, but you're a woman and you're much better in the family law department. So I thought, right, okay, fine. Cut a long story short, I managed to get involved in a research project at the University of Birmingham into corporate merger law and competition law, and did a little bit of part-time teaching as well, and I really enjoyed the teaching and the research, and that got me into academic life. So, did I ever think I'd be a Vice-chancellor of a great university like this? No, that was never part of the plan. But what that taught me was there is no plan. Do the job you're doing, do it well, get to the top of the tree, and then look for the next stage in your career. Learn what you learn and take that learning on with you, and be resilient and learn. The idea that, I'm going to do that first, then that, then that, then that, my experience is, doesn't work. So do the best you can, and then people think, oh, yeah, she's good, he's good. We'll look at those and do that. Over my time, I've observed there are 3 types of people in the world. People who make things happen, people who watch things happen, and people who wonder what just happened. You've got to go out there and work out which one of those 3 people you're going to be. Okay? And my badge is be number 1. So you've all demonstrated your skills and your abilities, and you've graduated today. And we feel really proud of you, and you should feel proud of yourselves, because you've graduated in an environment like no other that we've ever experienced in higher education. And that gives you a degree of resilience and a degree of learning that other students who have come through a very normal pattern won't have had. Take that away in a positive way, not a negative way. Don't think, oh, well, that wasn't very good, that wasn't very good. You got through it. So what have you learned? You've got that resilience, you've got that experience. Take it with you. So, a couple of things I just want to mention to you. If you've walked around the campus over the last few months, you will have seen it's a little bit of a building site at the moment, and that's because we've managed to land some significant funding from government to build new buildings, new facilities. We've got a new science and engineering building going up, £70 million building going up on the main campus. We've got Energy House 2 going up right next to your buildings over on the Frederick Road campus, which is really all about how do we build housing, offices, light industrial units that are carbon zero. You may have seen the house just by the station, by the roundabout by the station, the new Barrett House. That's called a Z house. And the Z stands for zero because it's zero carbon. So going forward, how do we build homes and other buildings that are zero carbon? So we're working with industry very closely on zero carbon. You may have seen the flowers growing out the walls of the buildings on the campus. That's something called the Ignition Project, which is looking at how green things like nature-based solutions can actually zero carbon. So flowers like carbon dioxide. So if we expel carbon dioxide and the flowers eat it up for breakfast, hey, it neutralizes it. So we're looking at a whole range of things, very much part of zero carbon. One of the things that we were quite excited about earlier, a few months ago, comprehensive spending review, we put a bid in for something called the Salford Rise, which is a flyover, a walk. It's not a driving flyover, it's a walk flyover from this campus over to Frederick Road, over the railway line, landing in Frederick Road. You get off it, turn right, you're in the Innovation District, get off it and turn left, you're on campus. And it's a much, much better walkway through. And the government were very kind to us. They gave us £13 million to build it. So we're about to start building that. So we're making significant investment. We've got North West Industrial Robotics Centre that I had to put some hard hat and steel toe cap boots on me and made me go and dig a hole to actually celebrate the beginning of the build. It was quite hard actually digging a hole. So we've got the North West Industrial Robotics Centre going up. That's about industry coming along and looking at improving their productivity by using robotic functions, and our academics and our students working with them on that. So it's a fantastic series of achievements. Despite COVID, the team have got on with the strategic objectives. But today, it's all about you guys. This is us celebrating with you, the students of Health and Society, on your achievements. It's about you receiving your degrees today and celebrating the journey that you've been on. One of the things I would like you to do, if you could, is please, graduates, all stand for a moment, because I would like you to give a round of applause to all the staff who are on the stage with me, who have supported you through your journey over the last 3 years, because it's been hard for you, but it's also been hard for them. So a quick round of applause for them, please. And all the people behind you who have supported you on your journey, friends and family, and I'm sure they've given you lots of love and support and a little bit of that now and again as well, if you're anything like my children. Please, a big round of applause for friends and family as well. Now, in a moment, you'll pass across the stage. Enjoy yourselves. If you've got those heels on, don't trip. Please be seated. This is not the end of your journey at Salford. This is the beginning of the new part of your journey. You're joining a community of over 180,000 alumni, and we stay in touch with those people all around the world. And when we're travelling around the world doing work, we try and organise alumni dinner. We've done dinners in the United States, in China, in Hong Kong, all sorts of places where we gather the alumni together and come and meet with them and talk to them about what they've done. So please stay in touch with us. Anything we can do to support you, we will work hard to do that. Please stay in touch, because there may be things that you can do to help us, and we make that a good partnership. So reflect on your successes. The whole world is working to build a better future right now, and the future world post-COVID is going to be very different, I think. The skills that you'll have built will be really important, taking those forward. So I'm going to say this to everyone and each and every one of you. Be proud of what you've achieved. Be bold in your aspirations. The future is now yours to make and take. And as we like to say at Salford, go out there and become unstoppable. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Thank you very much.
May I first invite Professor Margaret Rowe to the lectern to present the honorary degrees. I now invite Dr. Mike Burrows to be presented for the degree of Doctor of the University, honoris causa.
Thank you. Oh, mask off. I can breathe. Vice-chancellor, graduands, guests, I'm delighted to introduce our honorary graduate today, Dr. Mike Burrows, Coordination Director at the National Academic Health Science Network. I'm very proud to present Mike to you today on behalf of colleagues in the School of Health and Society. Mike is no stranger to the University of Salford and has been closely linked to the development and delivery of our strategic goals for many years. Mike has dedicated his career to the NHS for 33 years, originally a Doctor of Biochemistry with a PhD from the University of Manchester. Mike went on to work in a series of finance-based positions across the Northwest before moving into general management roles. An experienced chief executive, Mike led the Salford Teaching Primary Care Trust from 2004 to 2011. Under his leadership, the Salford PCT developed into one of the leading research active primary care trusts in the country. Mike was then appointed Chief Executive of Greater Manchester Primary Care Trust Cluster for 2 years to 2013. During this time, he was also the Director of NHS England Greater Manchester Area Team from 2012 to 2014. Subsequently, Mike became Managing Director of the Greater Manchester Academic Health Science Network before moving into his current role within the National Academic Health Science Network team. Here, Mike has responsibility for engaging the NHS, academia and industry to generate health and wealth, particularly through the adoption and diffusion of innovation and research output. He has an active interest in the use of evidence-based medicine and is a passionate believer in the benefits of stronger ties between the NHS, academia and industry. In this respect, he was one of the founding board members of the Manchester Academic Health Science Centre, MASC, where the University of Salford is also a strategic partner. The centre's goal is to make new scientific discoveries and shorten the time to turn them into effective treatments, to deliver benefits to patients locally and around the world. MASC is one of the only 8 academic health science centres in England and the only one in the Northwest. Mike has undoubtedly made a hugely significant contribution to the advancement of healthcare within Greater Manchester and beyond, and he remains a significant strategic player in healthcare devolution agenda. He is a regular contributor to the Health Science Journal, chairs the Bury GP Federation, and is also a board member of a number of social enterprises and public-private partnership organisations. He is currently a non-exec director at Fusion 21, a social enterprise specialising in efficient and impactful public sector procurement through a framework approach, with social value at all of its heart and its operations. Together with all of Mike's professional achievements in public service, we are also delighted to honour his outstanding commitment to the university with this award. The University Council is our supreme governing body with responsibilities for strategic oversight of the Institute's activities, determining its future direction and ensuring compliance with its framework of governance. Mike served on the Council for nearly a decade, from 2009 to 2018. He was also Deputy Chairman and Pro-Chancellor from 2014 to 2019, and the lead member of Finance from 2009 until the end of his term of office. Despite his many other responsibilities during his time, Mike also took on the role of Chair of Council to help steer the university through a brief interim period. Over many years, Mike has helped shape the vision of the university into the future, steering the governance of the institution through some challenging and many successes. He has played a pivotal role in the continued development of our institutional culture and values, as well as embodying them wholeheartedly. He is unwavering in his commitment to students, staff, alumni and partners, and the awarding of the highest honour is surely an appropriate way to mark his service to the university. Furthermore, Mike's wider contribution to the region, his successful and inspirational leadership in the NHS, and his commitment to advancing healthcare research, innovation and collaboration for the benefit of society are all more than worthy of his celebration. He has a deservingly strong reputation locally, regionally and nationally, and he is an outstanding role model, demonstrating the transformative impact that career in healthcare can have on patient care and communities. I'm delighted, therefore, to present for the degree of Doctor of the University, Dr. Mike Burrows, in recognition of his outstanding leadership for our NHS, his support and service to the university, and his commitment to the people of Greater Manchester and beyond. Vice-chancellor, I present for the degree of Doctor of University, Dr. Mike Burrows.
Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, fellow graduands, assembled guests, it's a great honour and a privilege to stand here today to receive this award. But I want to take you back to Friday the 3rd of March 1978. It's a cold, wet, rainy night as I remember. I just turned 15 at the time, and it's when I first came to the University of Salford, to this very hall to be precise. I travelled here from Middleton, where I lived then and continue to live now. I think I was stood just over there somewhere. And here on this stage, there was someone rather more glamorous than the people assembled here today, if they don't mind me saying so. I think it was just where the Vice-Chancellor was, because it was Debbie Harry from Blondie. Well, as you can imagine, the University of Salford made a great impression on me as an adolescent young man. I joined the NHS in 1986, and it was relatively early on in my career, in 1989, that I first started working alongside the University of Salford, and I was at Bolton Health Authority at the time. And I worked with the soon-to-be professor of the university, Mike Garrity, who I'm sure some colleagues here will remember. And he was leading the implementation of a piece of work called Project 2000 in Greater Manchester that was to transform nurse education and training. It was a move not without its critics, and at the time I think a lot was learned from the change process that we went through. And it brought about what I think is now a much more balanced approach to that such a rewarding career demands. And it taught me very early on in my healthcare career that academic institutions, and Salford in this particular case, play such an essential role in supporting the NHS and social care, and many of the other great UK industries, including the public sector, where the need for well-educated graduates is now one of the most pressing challenges of our time. I moved to Salford Primary Care Trust in 2002, where I became the Chief Executive in 2004. And it was whilst I was in this role that I was offered the fantastic opportunity to join the Council of the University, a position, as Margaret said, I fulfilled for 9 years. And I guess this is my second point comes in about the university, the importance of academic institutions in the civic life, the broader economy, the health and well-being of the towns and cities within which they stand. Within modern parlance, it's what we call the anchor institution. And I think the University of Salford is a real exemplar here, both in the way it's partnered and built trust, trusted relationships locally, and added value back to the city. A great example is how the university was one of the early anchor tenants in the development of Media City. A brave move at the time, not without its critics, but the success of Media City and the businesses it has attracted, the employment it's created in what was once a neglected area of the city is a fantastic example of what successful anchor institutions can do, and of which the university is undoubtedly a great role model. One further unique characteristic of the University of Salford, from its very early roots, is the recognition that the university has a part to play in the life of the city, not just as a tenant, but to actually contribute what makes Salford Salford. More recently, I've become a director of the National Academic Health Science Network, whose mission is to identify promising innovation and accelerate its uptake into the NHS and social care. And my final point here is about academia and the NHS. It's not just about the supply of labour and graduates, it's about the supply of ideas, of research, of innovation and applied research to change the way that we deliver services of the future. And I'm very grateful for that in terms of the work the universities and the University of Salford undertakes. Finally, I'd like to address just a few comments to those of you who are here today and graduating. Firstly, can I say thank you for letting me share your graduation ceremony. After all, mine's an honorary degree. It's you guys who put the really hard work in. And so you've earned the privilege to be here today, so I'm grateful that you've shared your day with me. My advice to you would be to grasp the opportunity that you now have in front of you. I hope that most of you, if not all of you, will have fulfilling and rewarding careers in public service. I would say that, wouldn't I? And don't feel limited in terms of where that career takes you. Think big, because after all, I couldn't have dreamed back in 1978 when me, a scally from Middleton, would be stood here now today. So go for it. Thank you.
Graduands and distinguished guests, we will now commence the presentation of the Postgraduate Awards from the School of Health and Society, and each student will be presented individually for their award. I would like to invite back Professor Margaret Rowe, Dean of the School of Health and Society, to present the PhD Awards.
Vice-chancellor, on behalf of the School of Health and Society, I present for the award Doctor of Philosophy with a title, Identity, Religion and Clothing, The Lives of British Muslim Women, Samia and Sarah. For the award Doctor of Philosophy, Communicating Energy Vulnerability and Exploration of Energy Advice Within and Beyond Formal Settings, Daniela Elizabeth Butler. Doctor of Philosophy, with a title, Working for Nothing, How do Students and Graduates Utilise Unpaid Work for Career Mobilities, Eileen Ann Cunningham. Vice-Chancellor, that concludes my presentation.
Graduates and distinguished guests, we will now continue to the presentation of the Postgraduate Awards from the School of Health and Society, and each student will be presented individually for their award. I would like now to invite Neil Withnell, Associate Dean Academic, Student Experience of the School of Health and Society, to present the awards.
Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the School of Health and Society, I present the following postgraduate awards. For the award of Master of Science Research Social Policy, Judith Armour. Claire Carey. For the award of Master of Arts Social Work, Crystal Patrice Bratley-Dunn. Alba Anna Butron. Verity Chancellor. Amanda Jane Cunniff. Nishan Ferguson. Ranti Medupe Omalabi. Serafina Carmelita Walls. Melissa Whiteley. Sarah Ifuiko Alohan. Victoria Alpham. Folashade Lucia Anthony. Carla Ashley. Grace Azubuike. Lucy George Berry. Alex Samantha Ballard. Caitlin Borg. Georgia Burgess. Caitlin Louise Butcher. Kimberly Fitton. Amanda Freestone. Temitope Abike Ganiyu. Stacey Hall. Poppy Healy. Anna Hubble. Helen Hughes. Elizabeth Kinsey. Sarah Lucas. Shauna Murphy. Zainab Mustafa. Kayomi Ogden. Gary Wade. For the award of Master of Science, Advanced Counselling and Psychotherapy Studies, Ellie Lee Mason. For the award of Master of Science, Cognitive Behavioural Psychotherapy, Stephanie Louise Arfiard. For the award of Master of Science, Counselling and Psychotherapy Professional Training, Sylvia Violet Williams-Adonis. Catherine Jane Hodgson. Caroline O'Gorman. For the award of Master of Science, Nursing Education, Alison K. Blanchard. For the award of Master of Science, the Criminal Justice Process, Nafisa Haji Begum. Leslie Lewis Hurst. Aksa Ahmed. Abby Baker. Modu Jete. For the award of Postgraduate Diploma Advanced Counselling and Psychotherapy Studies Supervision, George David Scanlon. For the award of Postgraduate Diploma Counselling and Psychotherapy Professional Training, Rita Marie Horgan. For the award of Postgraduate Diploma Social Work Step Up, Naomi Bates. Cheryl Benjamin. Khadija Bibi Khan. Leanne Naylor. Laura Otway. Holly Thurwell. Ladine Wilson. For the award of Postgraduate Certificate Family Group Conferences, Javed Aslam.
We will now commence the presentation of the undergraduate awards from the School of Health and Society. Each student will be presented individually for their award. I would like to welcome back Neil Wethnall, Associate Dean Academic, Student Experience of the School of Health and Society, to present the awards.
Vice-chancellor, on behalf of the School of Health and Society, I present the following undergraduate awards. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Social Work, Angelina Maria Bell. Omani Brian. Claire Louise Crawford. Kimberly Lloyd. Rose Celia Plowright. Natalie Jane Simpson. Tunde David Adibola. Stacey Alexander. Mohammed Ali Salah. Joanne Barrow. Nadia Boyd. Lindsay Ann Briggs. Faraz Chowdhury. Neil Cochrane. Anne-Marie Caulfield. Michelle Fisher. Holly Hughes. Lauren Michelle Khalidis. Hafsa Alina Khan. Jenna Manili. Hira Mer. Katie Monaghan. Ikra Naz Shahzad. Alexandra Nelson Lee. Nicole Rowland. Emma Faye Scott. Esther Shepherd. Iram Tariq. Lauren Rosanna Wilson. Faye Worley. Anam Zahur. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Counselling and Psychotherapy Professional Practice, Lauren Booth. Amy Butterworth. Farzana Chowdhury. Janine Elaine Duffy. Georgina Alison Dunn. Maria Adunsin. Gail Fletcher. Fraser Mialovic. Benny and Simba. Lena Samuelson Anifawaze. Bernadette Shaw. Bethany Smith. Georgina Speck. Kimberly Tomlinson. Anthony Barr. Sophie Copeland-Heap. Ifra Fahie. Aisha Hussain. Georgia May Clock. Sosha McPeak. Olivia Faye Moss-Cooper. Jeannie Owens. Jennifer Heather Parkin. Jessica Richardson. Empress Saskia Simpson. Julie Marie Strahand. Amy Nicola Townley. Siobhan Triggs. Aksa Yassin. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Counselling and Psychotherapy Theoretical Studies, Nadia Mankouri. Natasha Stotton-Davis. Stephanie Briggs. Kinza Fayaz. Maya Gale. Kadra Yassin. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Criminology, Nadia Hock. James Patrick Walsh. William Kearns. Naila Galamnaby. Scarlett Halsall. Kyle Liam Hulton. Rehan Khan. James Lear. Amy Marie Swindles. Courtney Taylor. Everjoy Shabangu. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Criminology and Sociology, Elena Ajaz Ahmad. Rhoda Kaheen. Aisha Kamran. Zaina Kosa. Emily Elizabeth Brooks. Caitlin Hillier. Rima Kanun. Yasmin Mahamood. Alicia McKeating. Anber Nawaz. Chloe Rigby. Brittany Eve Rushton. Courtney Louise Wilkinson. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Criminology and Sociology with Foundation Year, Constance Ann Dixon. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Criminology and Counselling, Runeka Rahman. Taylor Robinson. Kirsten Walker. Mackenzie Olivia Johnston. Megan Jane Woods. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Social Policy, Noura Berzig. Halia Bibi. Sandra Maria Cardoso Correa. Lily Green Lily. Elspeth Artley. Matthew Kibuka Nayotu. Thakmina Parveen. Simran Sharma. Michelle Walker. Molly Amy White. Damilola Sarah Adelani Kalumo. Zara Ashik. Bethany Barton. Natasha Louise Bevan. Lisa Bowman. Keisha Shania Khan. Kevin Denny. Laura Edwards. Christiana Aluatin Familiin. David Andrew Ferguson. Lisa Colleen Folds. Joseph Marshall. Billy Joe McEwen. Rebecca Moore. Alison Jenny Susan Porter. Nida Keum. Julie Elizabeth Simpson. Nadine Travers. Michelle Olafunke Williams. Zara Woodcock. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Sociology, Catherine Hayes. Samira Hussain. Muhammad Umar Isa Ahmed. Asma Al-Kafifi. Thomas Jack McMahon. Jennifer Rachel Smith. For the award of Bachelor of Science Social Policy, Paige Allman. For the award of Master of Arts Social Work, Evelyn Shambare. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Social Work, Almas Amin. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Criminology with Counselling, Pumzila Lichiko. For the award of Postgraduate Diploma Social Work Step Up, Alex Stevenson. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Quantity Surveying, Nicholas Wilkinson.
Graduates and guests, that concludes the presentation of the awards. Before I invite the Vice-chancellor to close the ceremony, please can I ask that all guests remain seated until all the graduates have left their seats. I would now like to invite the Vice-chancellor, Professor Helen Marshall, to close the ceremony.
Fantastic to see you all coming across the stage and finally getting your awards. It's been a long time coming for some of you, I know that. So on behalf of the University of Salford, I should like to offer my sincere congratulations to each and every one of you. Please can I ask everyone to join me in a round of applause for our graduates today. Now, graduates, please, will you all stand? Just the graduates, stand, please. As new University of Salford graduates, it's time to put on your hats. I now declare this congregation closed. Please would everyone in the room stand now. Thank you.